asymptotic. We're on it to the end of any time.
Wait, so this is Whose Mic Is It Anyway? With Lulu and Gingy. I don't know what to say it's about because we changed the premise a little bit with this one. But hey, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. Did I get everything?
Technically, what we're doing is I pulled some Reddit stories and then I created ones, and Gingy has to figure out which ones are real and which ones are fake.
Right.
Because Gingy noticed that I love Reddit stories on TikTok.
It's true. You're one of those people that watches like the Subway Surfers things with the
Yeah, I love that.
Shame.
They're like so addicting, low key, because you're like, bro, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Or like, girl, why you're in the situation? Get out. And it's still in there. I can't complain, because I am in that situation. But
wait, are you posting on Reddit about it though?
No, that's why I'm better, because I'm not
Okay.
posting it on Reddit.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So technically, I got 5 Reddit stories that Gigi has to read and has to figure out which one or which ones. It's a fake one.
Okay. Awesome. So do you want to like take turns reading the stories, or how are we gonna do this?
I suck at reading, but we can have an AI read it.
What? Girl, come on.
Okay, fine.
Yay!
Fine, let's
Okay.
read it. TAFU is today I fucked up.
Wow.
So you're reading the first one? Or I'm reading the first?
Okay. I can read first if that makes you feel better.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, number 1. Today I fucked up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretended she is a giant cockroach when we have sex. Okay, I'm already can't tell if it's real or not. Okay. This is alarming. Okay. Ever since I was a teenager, I have had very intense fantasies about having sex with a giant cockroach. It started in 9th or 10th grade. There's no way. When we read The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, as I started to think more and more about what the roach creature that the character had become, I started to imagine what it would be like if the woman turned into a cockroach instead. I found this idea very arousing. I would not be repulsed or frightened of her, as many characters in the story are. I would take care of her. Then my thoughts started to get sexual with the character. Eventually, I sort of dropped the bit about her having been a human woman first, and I kind of imagined this fictionalized roach species. They are giant roaches, the size of a person, and have complete intelligence. I kind of over time conjured up an imaginary friend of sorts. She was one of those roaches, and her name was Ogtha. I would fantasize about her often. Oh my god. When I masturbated, I'd be imagining elaborate scenarios of me and Ogtha making love. When I started to have actual sex, I found I could not perform if I wasn't thinking of Ogtha. So basically now anytime I have sex with a woman, I'm pretending that she is actually Ogtha. Not just think about Ogtha. I concentrate intently to visualize that I actually am doing Ogtha. I don't want to think about the girl at all. There was only Ogtha. Of course, the sex can never be as exciting as my fully imaginary sessions with Ogtha. There are things that are multiple appendages and antennae allow for that a human woman could never match. So anyways, I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for about a year. 3 or 4 times we've tried to have sex with her and not pretend she's Ogtha, but I just can't do it. So essentially every time we have sex, I'm imagining she's Ogtha. I finally confided this to her one day, and I was blown away by her reaction. I thought she might take it a bit badly at first, but that she'd get used to it. No. I have never seen such a look of disgust before. Outrage is not an understatement. She is not even returning my texts now. I'm afraid she's actually gonna break up with me, and also that she's going to tell people about Agtha. I don't know how I'll be able to face anyone. This is going to sound silly, but I also feel guilty about feeling shame. As if Agtha will be saddened by this, even though I know she is imaginary. I just don't know what to do at this point. I don't think this is. I'm hoping this is it. Okay, I have to dissect this to begin with. I feel like it's not abnormal to have fantasies about having sex with a monster.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
But a cockroach?
People have sex with horses.
Bruh. And I kind of feel like, okay, there's a part where it says I would take care of her. I would not be disgusted. I feel like maybe it's like intertwining two fantasies of where it's like a monster and like how do I say this? Like a dominant person, like taking care of someone kind of thing. I would never tell my partner. I'm gonna be honest. If this was me, I would not tell my partner. Like, how do you think they're gonna react?
Not good.
I just feel like I can't even recommend therapy at this point. Like, you're too far gone.
The fact that they think about the
Ooh.
I don't know.
I feel like that's definitely
So, what do you rate it?
a rate it? Like,
Yeah, 1 to 10.
of like goodness or
Just what 1 to 10,
Oh
and
my
then
it's definitely the wildest thing I've ever heard from Reddit. So based on that, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 so far. Just because it's the
Okay.
wildest thing I've ever heard. And I do listen to the Two Hot Takes podcast, which reads Reddit stories, but this one takes the cake out from all of those so far. So, wow. Okay. Any
you
comments?
think it's fake or real?
Oh god. Because this is the wildest thing I have heard. It's so plausible for it to be on Reddit though. It's so plausible. It could be like what's it called? Like a troll post where it's not really real, but they're like making up this story. But I just feel like there's no way, right? Or at least I hope that there's no way. So I'm gonna say fake.
Okay, do you want me to tell you the results and like if it's true or not, and then like if it's a troll post or not? Like
Ye-
after we read the story?
I feel like yes.
Okay. So this is real.
Oh my god!
And this is not a troll post. He actually generally did an update, and he did like a post, a drawing of what he imagines Alexa to look like. The image is just a roach, sexualized roach.
What the fuck?
I look it didn't want to show you, but if you want me to show it to you,
I feel like I want to see, but we can't show the poor people. So
yes. So, you know that it's real because a person actually deleted it, the post, but people reposted it
oh god.
because, again, it's disgusting.
That's so terrifying. I can understand a lot of sexual fantasies, but I don't know. Like, I definitely see the background of it. of this one. But, like, really? I'm holding my phone selfie stick that goes on my ring light.
Of course,
Ignore that. It's fine.
like that person who posted it, you know, has made an explanation about it. But like saying like, hey, like I swear to God he posted it because again his account got like he deleted his account.
Oh.
Like nobody can else post comment anything nor nothing because again this person was genuinely embarrassed on how the comments were destroying him.
I mean, valid. I mean, I can't imagine all of this happens. You tell your girlfriend reacts like this, and you post it on Reddit also. Like, you're just destroying yourself.
He's literally asking for to be destroyed. Yeah, so if I find the picture, I will send it to you later because I cannot seem to find it, even though I found it easily when I was looking up the story. So yippee!
Oh, lovely, love it.
Okay. For number 2, today I fucked up by pretending to be deaf. First off, let me apologize to all of you strong people suffering from auditory disabilities. My dad only had a function in one ear due to a brain tumor removal, and I still messed up. I-34F work in a nice office building in downtown Portland. And I love my city, but there's a lot of homeless people downtown. And some of them can get aggressive with panhandling. I carry pepper spray, of course, but avoid ever resorting to that if I often deflect people from asking for money by saying that I carry cash or no. But I'm well dressed and as a woman, so sometimes people rather get aggressive. In attempt to learn how good deflection technique, I memorize only sorry I can't hear of an internet phrase translation and hopes that I will evoke some sympathy and they will stop bothering me. And it actually has worked as long as I'm careful. Well, today someone asked me for money while I was on a subway stop, and I pretended that I couldn't hear them. And then when they started walking towards me, I used a sign language, and much to my absolute horror, he started using sign language back.
No.
He even looked excited. I've been excited to be able to connect to someone that way. I felt adrenaline surge to my heart and my heart drop as I panic and said in a regular volume, sorry, I don't have any money. And he could tell what I was doing and look at me like I was the most insensitive person he has ever met.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I have some feelings and some thoughts. On a range of scale. I would like to open up this by saying that I live in a small town. I've always lived in small towns, so I do not have that much like experience with homeless people because in smaller towns, like there are less people, there's less homeless people, and they're harder to see. So that is my caveat. But okay,
I will tell you, as a person who has lived in like the poor areas of the city, the homeless people are just put in there. They get aggressive. They will follow you if you don't give them money.
Oh, that's a little scary, especially as a woman. Like,
yeah, I no longer live there, but back when I was younger, I had this homeless person who always begged for money, and I was like, I don't have any money, right? Because I was a child.
Yeah.
I don't have any money. But once I did, and let me tell you, some homeless people are really chill. Right? And sometimes I give him like chips or like water, like when I had the money, not really every day.
Right.
some homeless people feel like you should do it now every time. Like, they get
Okay.
aggressive. Some of them get aggressive. Some of them will follow you, scream at you, even try to pee on you.
Wow.
Some of them even like in the like public transport will masturbate in front of you.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So homelessness is a big problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And my city is going kind of big on that. We have a problem with that in my city.
Hmm.
But the good thing is that the homeless person that I hanged around with, like there was this dude who was following me, and the homeless person defended me because I was a little kid.
Oh,
And
that's
I
awesome. Yeah, I definitely think um that saying no and like saying I don't have money should probably be your go-to. I don't know. Like, I'm not deaf, you know? So I can't say it's okay to pretend to be deaf. But I understand resorting to more drastic measures if, you know, going the normal route of like, I can't, I'm sorry, you know, isn't working. I mean, clearly this person experiences this a lot. And like, as a woman, and it sounds like she's alone. Wait, am I making... No, female, yes. As a woman alone, like, I definitely understand like, being a bit more desperate to get people off your back. But I can also see the part of, like... So, homeless people are still people. And, like, yes, from what you're saying, like, there can definitely be some scary situations. But... You know, I think you could at least start out by trying the I'm sorry you don't have any money. Because clearly this guy was really excited. Like, you know? But
It was it's because like here's the thing, right? I understand where you come from that opinion.
Mhm.
Like I really do, which is really great because now we can have a discussion about this.
yeah.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, I got stuck on my chair. Some of them like they start nice and then as soon as you tell them no, they will turn aggressive. Like it's just you would never know if it's a 50 running to this homeless people. Like it genuinely is. Like some of them you can like some of them look nice. You just give like they ask you for money, you're like no, and then they start screaming you a bitch and then try to follow you and scream at you.
Right.
So it's just like you never know, and it's really a 50-50. So literally, like sometimes you just say no, and then you just walk away the fastest you can. Right? I'll always like either ignore them or continue walking or say no.
Right.
Like, because one, I don't carry cash, so I literally could not give them. Two, it's just they turn aggressive, so it's genuinely scary.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I almost feel like, and again, you're the only one here with experience, but I definitely feel like maybe homeless people should avoid approaching children and maybe also women that are alone because there is a big safety concern for them. But I also, you know, there's a big safety concern for them. Like, they're homeless. It's just a really hard situation.
It really is a really icky situation. It's not even icky, it's a bad situation. So, 1 to 10.
Okay, it's definitely not as crazy as the cockroach one. But it's a good one. Like, we had some good discussion on it. It's not that crazy. Like, I don't want to say it's a bad post. It's definitely a good post. So I'm gonna say like 7.
Okay. Do you think it's real or not?
I feel like this would definitely happen. So I'm gonna say it's real.
Okay. So it actually is real.
Okay.
This is the person just like was genuinely like felt sorry, but they don't again. Like you know how in Reddit when you do today I fucked up, they have like a little summary, and But they genuinely feel like they make themselves look like a bitch because like literally that's what it says in here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
Right. Would
tends to
you
happen. So I understand. For example, I pretend to speak only Japanese.
Japanese?
Even before learning it, I'm like,
What? I was gonna say, like, would you ever pretend to be deaf?
not deaf, but I do be like, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Do you not use Spanish because there's a possibility they know Spanish? Yeah. Okay. That's kind of really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so like literally, it has been hard because like once I'm like, oh sorry, like, oh sorry, discúlpame, no entiendo inglés. Ah, está bien. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, ugh. So literally, my only option is to speak a language that is not really spoken here,
Mm-hmm.
which is any Asian language.
Right. Hmm. Very interesting.
So I, I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't remember English, sorry.
Okay, are you ready for number 3?
I am ready for number 3. Okay. Oh, this one's pretty short. Okay. Number 3. Today I fucked up by Today I fucked up by spraying deodorant in my ass. Well, it wasn't today, but rather years ago, when I was young and eager to impress the ladies when going out. And one evening before going out, I figured, shouldn't I be smelling delightful in all the places in case something happens tonight? Oh my god. So I gave the butthole a good spray with my favorite can of deodorant. I should not have. It was a slow buildup of pain over the first minute as I gradually came to realize that I had made a massive error in judgment. That could not be undone. The pain of deodorant on the delicate skin of the butt crack is one of the sharpest and most acute pains I have ever experienced that seemed to attack nerves up my torso that I didn't even know existed and persisted for full force for some 10 to 15 minutes. My brother found me several minutes later, lying in curled agony on the bathroom floor, curled, mind you, the other way one normally does, as what? The other way than one normally does, as my hands were pressing fiercely against my butt cheeks as hard as I could in desperate attempt to, I don't even know what. I didn't have the nerve to tell him what happened, but I reckon his guesswork would not have been any better than what actually happened based on the position he found me in. TLDR, never spray deodorant into your butt crack. It hurts. Okay. Who has this thought process? I don't understand. Who is thinking this? Can you? I don't understand. Okay, can you explain the thought process here? I don't. What? I can imagine like not thinking it through that it would hurt, perhaps. But
at least like spraying perfume, not in the actual butt crack, but like in the butt, you know?
Yeah, I'm concerned not to get too graphic here, but like, how open was the butt? You know, like
that's my question.
Did you stick it in there and then spray? Like, I don't want to know actually, but yeah. No, I can't imagine. I feel like your butt is one of the few places it's acceptable to smell bad in. Like, no, it's okay. And if someone ate your ass, they would be tasting deodorant. That's nasty.
No, yeah. What the fuck?
I don't understand.
I haven't thought about that.
I don't understand. I don't know.
Rated 1 to 10.
Uh, it's definitely on the more extreme side. I think I'm just rating these by how crazy they are, but mixed with like how good they are. So I want to say, whoop, you died. I want to say that
I'm not.
this one is more crazy than the last one. Not as crazy as the cockroach one, but it's good. So I would say a 7 again.
You think it's real or not?
I'm not gonna lie. When I think about stories that you or otherwise the people that lived in our dorm would have written, I'm imagining something sexual. And this feels... It's also short, so that also leads me to believe it could have more likely been written by you guys. So I'm gonna say that this one is fake. I mean,
You
yeah,
think
fake, sorry.
you think this one is fake?
Yeah.
Actually, this is real.
I was holding out hope.
This is real, and again, postcard archived because again, it's
Oh god.
um. Now the person is wondering if they should get like something checked out because it generally like I heard a lot.
I feel like from a medical standpoint, probably. From a human being standpoint, absolutely not. Like they're gonna have what's it? It's not a colonoscopy. It's the opposite of a colonoscopy, right?
Whatever they have to do, but they have to get their butt checked out.
Yeah, like probably could be like chemical burns or something in there. I don't know. Like I would definitely be concerned.
Yeah, I feel like they should definitely check it out. Things go out of your butthole, not in.
Yeah, I don't know. At least they wanted to smell good for people, I guess.
Okay. The thing is, this post, I still cannot identify if it's a troll or not
Mm-hmm.
because I lost our account.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a troll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it could be a troll.
I'm gonna cling on to that.
I'm hoping it's a troll.
That was a
But
Star
let's be
Trek
honest.
pun.
But let's be honest. People on Reddit are insane.
People on Reddit are insane. There are so many insane people on Reddit that they blend in with the internet trolls.
They do. So you don't know if it's like an internet troll or it's like actually.
Yeah.
That's insane. For me, that's insane. Oh, love my pajamas, by the way. Look.
They're cute. It's very cute.
Me this morning, I snoozed everything.
That's so valid.
I woke up like at 3.
That's pretty late. Were you staying up all night?
There was thunderstorm.
Chicks
I'm afraid of thunderstorm. I'm afraid of like noises.
What if I jump scared you right now?
No.
It's okay, I can't. It would cut me out.
I'm afraid of loud noises, and the thunders back in our college and the thunders here are so different.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet at college.
Yeah. These thunderstorms though, they shake your house.
Yeah. When I lived, ironically, you don't live in the middle of nowhere, but when I lived in the middle of nowhere, thunderstorms were a lot more severe, it felt like. But that's like interesting because you live in the city and they also feel severe. I don't know.
The lightning got so I don't know if it hit like a power or something. Like I don't know what happened, but like it was so strong that it turned on my TV.
What?
Yeah, it turned on by itself. Like you just hear a and then the light, and then my TV turned on, and I was like,
What the fuck? What?
you know, I was like afraid because the rain was really strong, the wind was really strong, the thunder, the lightning was
Mhm.
all strong, and like I felt my whole bed shaking. I was like, oh,
No, that's
back
scary.
at back at home.
Doing great.
Remember, like our friend who also lives in the same city as I do,
Hmm.
they love that.
Really?
Like they don't love it, but they're like, I miss having those big thunderstorms because we don't have them in college, and I'm
Mm.
like, we don't.
Interesting, interesting.
So that's how my night went. My family knows that I'm afraid of thunder. Like everybody knows.
Mm.
Like actually, once I was like getting like drinks from like the in college from the building that you can get the drinks from,
Right.
right? The vending machines. And then there was a thunder bitch. I ran.
Oh, hey, that's valid.
Oh, cause like it was distant, so one I didn't know if it was a firework, I didn't know if it was a gunshot, I didn't know if it was a thunder because I
Yeah,
was wearing headphones.
right. I mean, with
I just remember
our college, like it could be any.
more likely a thunder or a firework. Let's be honest.
Probably, but
Our
there have
college is
been a lot of gun.
pretty safe.
It, I felt like it was pretty safe, but like after hearing like stories from the upperclassmen the second semester, I realized that there are a lot more. There's a lot of like lockdowns from concerns of guns on campus.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're used to that.
my state is known for that.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you went to any like public school or, you know, like not super protected school or honestly a protected school too, you
Funny
probably
thing is,
experienced it.
from where my school was like 99.99% Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like right next to like a motel, and then
Yeah.
next to us was a strip club. So
Little sus.
yeah, so you can tell situations were interesting in my school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, a little
Okay,
bit of a tangent.
you ready for the number 4?
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, I fucked up by sleeping with my girlfriend's mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, this feels more along with the tune of other Reddit stories I've heard.
It all began innocently enough. I have been dating a wonderful girl named Sarah for several months. Our relationship has been going strong. We have met each other's families. Sarah's mother, Susan, was a charming and attractive woman in her late 40s. I've always found Susan to be friendly and welcoming, but I have never thought of her in any other way. One evening, I received a text from Sarah inviting me over her house for a cozy movie night. I accepted the invitation and arrived to Sarah's house, ready for a relaxing evening. Sarah greeted me with a warm smile and led me to the living room where the movie was already playing. As the night progressed, Sarah and I cuddled on the couch, engrossed in the film. Susan, who was sitting in the armchair nearby, seemed engrossed as well. The atmosphere was comfortable, and the movie's romantic scene began to stir up emotions within me. In a moment of sheer clumsiness, I tried to reach a pillow on the floor to prop myself and accidentally knocked over a glass of water on the coffee table. The commotion startled Sarah, who stood up and fetched for a towel as Sarah hurried away, leaving, leaving me behind. Ooh, they had a grammar error. I noticed it.
Wait, where?
Aren't you proud of me?
I don't see it.
Leaving me what? Leaving, I was left alone with her mother. A strange tension filled the air. Susan, who witnessed the entire accident, offered a friendly smile to ease the awkwardness. Feeling embarrassed, I attempted to make a small talk, hoping to divert the attention from the unfortunate accident. However, as we exchanged words, I couldn't help but to notice that Susan's captivating beauty up close. As time went on, Sarah seemed to be taking longer than expected to return. The silence between Susan and I grew uncomfortable. Seeking to break the ice, Susan suggested that they move the adjacent study where they could talk while waiting for Sarah. They have a lot of grammar mistakes. I noticed that actually. One thing led to another. In the midst of the conversation between Susan and I deepened. We found sharing each other intimate stories in the moment of vulnerability. Before we knew it, the lines of friendship had blurred and forbidden allure of desire took the hold. The attraction culminated in a passionate embrace, and the boundaries that should have remained intact were softly crossed in the heated moment. Susan and I grieved the mistake, the one we will forever alter our lives and the lives of those around us. Soon after the encounter, Sarah returned in the living room, oblivious to the turmoil that had unfolded. She took one look at me and one look at her mother and sensed that something was amiss. The atmosphere was shifted and an unspoken tension hung in the air.
Okay, first of all, the word accidentally. Shut the fuck up. Second of all, I feel like it's weird, even if you have a single parent, like I would never invite my partner over to watch a movie with me and my mother.
Yeah, like if I invite like my partner over, like it's because we're gonna do something. I don't know, we're gonna go shopping. I mean, I know that my grandma loves a lot how to explain this? My partner, not partner. See the situation. Don't worry about it. Because he takes care of her, and because like people like don't tend to have good grandmothers, so they seek for another one, and they found my grandma, which she's really nice. So I'm like okay with them hanging out because I know nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if there's a single mother, I don't know. It's just like I would never invite someone to watch a movie.
That just feels really awkward. Like I can understand, grabbing lunch or going shopping, like you said, but I don't know. This feels weird to start off. Like, and also, like that definitely sucks. Like not having trust in your parent to even the extent that they would sleep with your partner, which I have heard various stories where that happens.
I have.
Yeah, so yeah, there is like no excuse or I don't know. Okay, first of all, call me crazy, tell me if I'm weird. I have never gotten aroused during a romantic scene in a movie.
Me too.
That seems odd.
I feel like either he got aroused because like there was a sexual scene and he didn't want to admit it.
Right.
But I definitely felt like he gave the hint that like he was getting aroused by.
Yeah, because he said grab pillow to prop myself up, and my first thought was, are you really propping yourself up or are you covering something on your lap? We know your tricks.
I feel like he definitely got excited over like probably them kissing and like it's about to lead up to a sexual moment.
Right.
Or something.
Yeah. Honestly, fuck both of them and like damn. I would if my parents ever slept with my partner, they're gone. They're out of my life forever. So is that partner.
We share. Me too. Like
yeah.
Because my could actually date someone my.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fucked.
Thanks God that we don't have the same taste of men, I guess.
I mean, I feel like that shouldn't be a concern.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a concern to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the mother should have known not to.
Yeah. I mean, both of them should have known, but especially the mom. You raised this person, like maybe she doesn't know her partner that well. But this mother raised this person all throughout their life, and then yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't like that. It's really icky.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's really gross.
1 to 10.
This one is really crazy in the sense that I feel like it wouldn't happen because of the way that it happened. Like, there are definitely scenarios where partners unfortunately sleep with other people. But this just feels
I feel like he honestly didn't want to admit some things because this is a one point of view situation.
yeah, you feel like he's holding some things back.
Maybe, I don't know, but
That could make more sense because it just feels like incomplete to me. So it is a decent story, but it feels, I don't know, it feels off. So I'm gonna say like a 5.
like a 5.
Yeah.
Now, is it real or fake?
I am hoping that it's fake. I'm gonna say it's fake.
You are correct.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Woo! I was gonna say this feels odd. But it's definitely overall a plausible scenario.
It really is. That's the most concerning part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a fake story. Interesting enough, I had another one, which it was more secondhand embarrassment,
Oh.
but it was not funny nor shocking.
Right.
I don't know. It's just
Well-
number 4 was for me the trickiest because like I had like depending on numbers what I wanted to do, if I wanted real or fake or something like that. And I was between number 4 and 5. That was for me like I didn't know if I wanted true or false. Like I was struggling for real.
Right.
But number 4, I didn't wrote it actually. Funny thing,
Who wrote it?
ChatGPT.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, that's why shit doesn't make sense. And there are errors, because it's fucking ChatGPT. Oh my god. I appreciate you using ChatGPT for this. Did you like write the name, like the prompt?
I don't know, because actually I had help from Jonah, because ChatGPT mine is like really strict and like glitches a lot. So I wanted to put a story about someone sleeping with someone's mother, and they were like, this doesn't like it violates our guidelines, you know.
Ah.
And
Interesting.
it was like really hard because accidentally I wanted to create one about getting drunk and hooking up with like the girlfriend's mother.
Mm-hmm.
But it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
I was
definitely like, I definitely didn't like, it was not blatant, you know?
it was an interesting one. I feel like you cannot tell me I'm wrong because it was an interesting one.
It was interesting.
Okay, you ready for the other one?
Oh yeah. Is it my turn or your turn?
It's your turn.
Are you lying?
No, because I just read this one.
Okay, I thought you were gonna stick me with the long one. Okay. Oh,
I
there's...
mean, I kind of did it low key, but in the very beginning.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Number 5. I, male 26, recently find out that my stepfather, male 48, who just married my mother 2 years ago, is currently having a sexual relationship with my wife of 4 years, female 28, behind my back, and has been since late summer or maybe even before that. What am I supposed to do? Should I tell my mother? This definitely feels real just because of how long the title is. Like, you know, a normal person would be like, someone in a like good mental state would be like, okay, just like type out a title like cheating, you know,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
I know what you mean.
But like this feels like a desperately concerned person.
Which they have every right to be.
For real. They definitely have every right to be for this situation. Okay. I'm sorry if this is a little much. I've been sitting in my car for a few hours. Sorry for errors, I'm on mobile. My wife and I have been married for 4 years. We argue sometimes over little things, but I love her with all my heart. There's never been anything wrong until now. I thought we were happy. I always treated her right and God listened to her. What? I took her out when she wanted and studied with her. She doesn't work because she's getting her degree right now, so I gladly pay for everything and work overtime constantly because I wanted her to be great. She goes to classes nearly full time and spends the rest of her time home or in her school library. Red flag. I'm not.
What you mean?
Listen, all I'm saying is if you never go home, it might be a sign.
No, you're right.
No matter how busy a person is, I don't know. You need to sleep. Okay. So, I'm not close to my mother at all, but I see her from time to time. Recently, we've been trying to reconnect, but she's just really not a good person. She was horrible to me growing up, and I tried to forgive her for her personality and actions. She has a lot of bad habits and 2 failed marriages with really shitty dudes. She recently got married to another man 2 years ago. Let's call him X. My mother invites me and my wife, and it's the first time they all meet. Probably the 4th time I've met him since they married very quickly. He seemed okay, just really didn't like his vibe too much. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, it's her life, not mine, and we aren't close. Last year, X asked for help remodeling my mother's house for the day. My wife suggests we stay for the week and make it a bonding thing, so I agreed. I thought we could all do things together, but we ended up breaking into little teams. X and my wife really hit it off, and I'm not very good with construction/renovation things, so I ended up going with my mother a few times to eat in an attempt to bond with her. It was weird, but we tried. My wife stayed behind and helped remodel. Her family is really involved in the construction engineering world, so she knew much more than I about how to help fix up the house. They seemed to be really close that week, sharing jokes and laughing a lot when I wasn't around and super animated conversations, but I didn't think much of it because I assumed she was just being nice to my new stepfather. I trusted my wife. She started going back over to my mother's house to help X out afterwards. They live almost an hour away, so it's out of the way. I noticed when she'd be coming home way later than normal and decide to take the train instead of me pick her up. She kept saying library at first before she admitted to going to help renovate since I wasn't much help in terms of helping my mom fix up the place. It was like once or twice a week. This started happening early this year. When the house was finished late spring, they kept hanging out, which I didn't mind. I guess that makes me stupid. When her classes ended in summer, we stopped spending so much time together, but she made nothing seem wrong. She seemed happy. Our sex life was the same. We were trying for a baby. Everything was good, even communication. I tried to go with her to my mom's place, but she was usually with her friends when she wasn't home, and I didn't really like X's humor/mannerisms. I didn't mind. I worked a lot and liked to be alone sometimes. A few weeks ago, she got home late again and went to shower. I always joked that she'd use up all the city's water with how long she showered. She was in there a bit, probably 1 a.m. when her phone pings and vibrates. It does this like 4 to 5 times in a few minutes. I don't want to invade her privacy, but that's very abnormal. I tapped her screen to see what it was and it recognized the number. It was X's. He sent multiple MMS messages with his face and nude pics of himself. There were replies from her with nude photos that were recent. Just a lot of words I haven't processed yet. I took an extended screenshot of it, took a few minutes and mailed it to myself and put the message on unread so she wouldn't know I saw. I didn't know you could do that. I really wish I didn't. I really would have honestly just not have known rather not have known and kept everything perfect. There were months of texts, blocks of texts, and hearts and photos. I took a few days off work the following morning and flew down to see an old friend who lives in the Midwest. He's hooking me up with a month-to-month studio, no questions asked, since we don't talk anymore. She doesn't know I'm leaving in January when our lease is up. I told her it was just a trip for work, and she smiled and told me to have fun and she'd miss me. I came back and she didn't seem any different. Our anniversary is the day before Christmas Eve. I haven't told my mother, not sure how or if I want to. I haven't told anyone except you, Reddit. I want to get out of here and be alone and think. It's been a while, but I still haven't had the heart to go through all the texts and photos. I feel like reading it would make it all worse for me. I already feel broken and empty. I left my friends behind for her and started a new life with her. I thought she was happy. We've been trying to get pregnant slightly before, and around the time I found out, and we're supposed to go check in with the docs after the holidays. I think I need some time to think and need to know how to fix this with my wife. How do I tell my mother? I love my wife with everything. She's all I have. I gave her everything these last 4+ years. I can't just divorce. I'm not going to follow in my mother's footsteps. I know it all seems outrageous given he's married to my mother, but I don't have anyone else to talk to. I was supposed to be gone 5 hours ago. To go home 5 hours ago, but I don't think I can lay next to her anymore. I've been forcing myself to try and get it over with, and I hope it just goes away, and it makes me feel more and more disgusted with myself. I'm probably gonna sleep in my car tonight. She's already called me 3 times, and I'm just exhausted emotionally. It hurts ignoring her calls. I'll try to check back for any answers later tomorrow if I have the time. I'm sorry if this post was a waste of your time, but I hope you have advice. TLDR, my wife is having a sexual relationship with my mother's new husband, and I want to know how to stop it and fix my marriage somehow.
Do not fix it!
Do not fix it.
Leave her!
Do not fix it. Literally, I mean, I will not understand that choice. I'm like, I know it's really hard it's a lot easier to just say it than to do it. But like, just, yes. It's okay to leave people in the past. It's okay to cut them out of your life. And I've actually had this conversation very recently. Because there's just some things going on in my personal life that I have been discussing with people. But anyway, it is okay to cut people out of your life. It's okay. In fact, I encourage it, because if a person is not serving you, if they are actively hurting you, it's okay. Let them be gone. And someone tried to argue with me saying like, you should treat others how you want to be treated, and it's just not fair. And like, these people, I'm specifically referencing like not just partners and friends here, but like parental, familial relationships. You don't owe them anything.
You don't, yeah.
You do not owe them anything. And I think that's okay. I don't think it means you're holding hate in your heart or something. I think it means you're doing what's best for you.
Yes.
Do not get back with them. What the fuck? Stop it. What the fuck? Ugh. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like this story is like, I feel bad for him.
No, that definitely sucks. I almost feel a little angry at him because he's not telling his mom. And
to
like,
be fair, he does not have a good relationship with his mother. I almost said my mother. With his mother. Which I can understand.
Yeah.
But I feel like he has to tell her,
Yeah.
or at least get an attorney. Like, do not say anything, get the evidence and get an attorney and see what's going to happen next. Because I feel like that's the greatest step that you can have. If they're already married, because apparently they are, right? That's his wife. Get an attorney, show the evidence, and ask him what the next steps should be.
Yeah, I agree. I think, it is like if it was with a stranger, if the affair was happening with a stranger who had a partner and I like could figure out who it was and yada yada yada, I would tell the stranger. I'd be like, hey, just so you know, my partner and your partner have been hooking up. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's basic human decency. Even if you dislike someone, I feel like you should still tell them. And I do also understand, like, this is clearly a lot for him. It feels like his life is falling apart. He has sacrificed things for this relationship. But I just don't understand. I understand it, but I could not personally pretend like everything's okay. I couldn't go back to life. I feel like that's not fair to yourself at the end of the day.
I feel like cheating is like the lowest thing that you can accept. Like it's a thing that you shouldn't accept. Period. Like like they're there for a reason, and if they're not there,
yeah, I don't understand. Like, cheating is, I will never understand it, because like emotional cheating is, it, you know, typically you don't actually do anything, but you feel things, you know, and like that is a whole other ballpark. But doing it for sex, what? Like, were you so horny and can't control yourself that much?
you sent nudes to a 40-year-old man?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I will not understand that, because just like the solution is so obvious. Just talk to your partner if you're not being fulfilled.
Yeah, like communication.
Yeah, communication.
The fact that like if they have the same liking, because apparently both of them like renovation and stuff like that, does it mean to hook up?
No, it could have been platonic. It really didn't need to be anything else. And I really like, I don't know, I almost want to have a benefit of the doubt where I'm like, maybe this was a platonic relationship and this shitty guy, you know, sent nudes and stuff, and she like doesn't know what to do. Like, she's out of her element, but like he gave her time.
She sent them.
She sent them? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, it says there was a reply from her with nudes that were recent.
Yeah, that's because I was thinking maybe he sent them and she was just holding back, but then like time passed and she never said anything, and I feel like you owe it to your partner to say something. So like I don't know. Yeah.
That's why I no longer use Snapchat.
Well, yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of social medias are just the scum of the earth. Like, I can't think, maybe Instagram isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but like Twitter, Snapchat, Kik, Facebook, like there's just so much ick associated with it for me. I don't know.
Okay, ready? Rating time!
Definitely crazy, definitely plausible. Not that crazy though, I feel. So it's also well done, like very long, a couple airs. So I'm gonna say like a 6.
Okay. Real or fake?
I think this is real.
Congrats!
I don't want it to be real.
This is a real story, and of course this is not a troll story. This is actually a genuine person who was reaching out for help, because he actually was replying to the comments, and homeboy was genuinely struggling.
Yeah, get some counseling.
Yeah, he's pretty sad about it.
Understandable. That is so traumatizing.
It really is.
Fuck everyone around you. I'm so sorry that happened. I hope that he can reconnect with his old friends, because it sounds like everyone in his life up to this point has been really shitty, except maybe his friends, and he had to leave that behind.
Yeah. That's more shitty.
Yeah.
They have to leave that behind. Oh no. Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eh. Ush. Ush. If the friends are shitty, then goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Oof.
Goddamn.
Whole lot of problems.
Okay, you ready for number 6?
I am. Are you okay?
Yes. Today I fucked up by misjudging the bathroom stall. Well, this happened a few days ago, and I'm still cringing from the embarrassment. I was at a crowded shopping mall with my friends when the nature called with an urgency that I couldn't ignore. I hurriedly made my way to the restroom, desperate to find an available stall. As luck as luck would have it, all the stalls were occupied except for one. At the end, without thinking twice, I dashed towards, eager to release myself. The door was slightly ajar, so I pushed it open, only to come to face with a horrible woman in the middle of using the toilet.
Mm.
I froze, feeling my face turn crimson as I started with an apology. The poor woman screamed in shock and quickly covered herself while muttering countless apologies and slapped the door shut. My heart was racing and I wanted to disappear from the face of earth. To make matters worse, the commotion caught attention of everybody in the restroom.
Oh god.
People turned to see what was happening and I could feel the judgment eyes. Oh no.
Oh god.
Piercing through me. I shivering scared to the nearest available stair, praying that the ground will swallow me whole. Instead of the stall, I can hear the whispers and still laughter from the restroom visitors. I still can't believe the magnitude of my mistake. How could I misjudge the occupied stall so terribly? The person was unbearable. I wanted to escape the restroom as quickly as possible. After what felt an eternity, I finished my business and emerged to the stall, avoiding eye contact with anyone. I washed my hands. Even the sound of running water couldn't drown out the embarrassment I felt. As I exited the restroom, my friends were waiting outside and having heard the commotion, their smirks and laughter were very clear that they have caught the wind of the embarrassment incident. I tried to laugh it off, pretending it was a hilarious joke, but inside I was mortified. Then I'm left everlasting memory of accidentally burning into a stranger, using the restroom and burning in shame that accompanies with it. Today I fucked up by misjudging the bathroom stall and subjugating myself into embarrassment, an ordeal that I'll never forget.
I wanna say, I feel like this isn't their fault.
It wasn't. Honestly, it wasn't. I feel
'Cause-
like it's a genuine
Yeah, the
mistake
door
that
should
could
have been
happen.
shut. Like, it wasn't shut. And I'm not saying it's the person inside the stall's fault. A lot of the time, the locks just don't turn.
Work.
Yeah.
The works. Sometimes the locks don't work. And like, you just have to be like, oh shit, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it quickly because the stall is open.
Yeah.
Someone could just walk in.
And like, you could make the argument, oh, they could have, like, checked under the stall. But I have heard some stories, especially from people that are not, like, Americans, that bathroom stalls in other countries are a lot more private. Like, they go more floor to ceiling. There's not that gap. And I've heard that some people feel, like, violated by just, like, them knowing that people peek under the stall and stuff. And, like, you can tell when someone peeks under the stall, you know? So I understand it. It's not your fault. Like, anybody could have done it.
Yeah, honestly, it's a mistake.
I hope that with time, like, you look at it as funny instead of as much embarrassment.
Or me, I was on the other end. I was the one who screamed. I was in the Burger King actually.
Oh god.
And the door didn't properly lock because it was in one single restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And someone opened it and I just screamed.
Yeah, that'd be mortifying. Oof. No, when I was younger, I actually was a serial non-knocker. Like, I would just walk in the bathroom all the time without knocking. Which is crazy to me now. Like, I don't know why I thought that was okay. But I've definitely seen everyone in my family's using the bathroom. Is all I'm saying. Like, I can't remember it. I was a child. But like, what? Who in their right mind like opens a closed door? Like, oh, I hate younger me for that, but it's okay. I was learning.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Oh boy. Wow. I definitely. This is very plausible. And I can feel the embarrassment as well.
So, rate it 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'm gonna say 6.
6?
6.
Okay. Real or fake?
I feel like this one is real.
Eh.
Oh, really? I was thinking about saying fake because I was like, well, I don't know if Lulu has like this experience that is similar, and like this, like earlier you were talking about, I wanted to write one with secondhand embarrassment, but yeah.
Yeah, this is a fake one. This is ChatGPT.
Wow. Okay, they did a lot better on this one.
It did. I mean, to be fair, I did it. The other one was like other person, and I'm like, ugh, that's kind of sucky, icky. But this one, I wrote it with ChatGPT. I tricked you.
You did. I'm impressed with how many I got right, to be honest.
Yeah. So, which one do you think was the most shocking one?
The cockroach one, hands down.
Which one is the most that you like the most? Like,
liked the most?
yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess the cockroach one. I don't know. They're all like entertaining to read, but that one has the most shock value for sure.
I love the one of spraying deodorant in the
That-
ass. I can visibly see someone like curling back, like clenching
Good
their
Lord.
butt in pain.
I can't even. Now I'm imagining you. Ah!
Probably I love it so much because I feel like I would do something like that if I was like dumber.
Good Lord. Thank God you're not that dumb.
I love that story. I just love that one of spraying deodorant in my ass. I love that. I love that. I was holding so much laughter while you were reading that shit.
Were you?
Also, the roach one, like that's the remember that we were talking about this idea of this for this, and because I was listening to this story, and then I told you, oh shit, never mind, do not hear it, because if you're gonna do that, maybe you're gonna know about
Yeah,
it.
right.
Sorry. Like they looked at me like if I was insane.
No,
like if I wrote that that thing.
I
did
would
not.
too. I would too.
Like I'm like I did not wrote that. I just found that and then showed it to you. Everybody who I showed it have the same shocked face. Like
Yeah, that's very insane. Very insane.
and the fact that a person like I'm being genuine. Like this person did like an update and then like showed a picture.
Needs therapy. All of these guys need therapy.
Like, well, not a picture, but a drawing of what
Yeah.
will look like. Is that a good image to see? Especially knowing the fact that he faps to it.
Yeah, no. No.
I mean, I don't know. There's people who fap to the idea of fucking like a monster.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
I for accident stumbled into one of those books. I was in the library.
in the
was this-
library.
I'm a book nerd, okay? I was not in the school library. It was like a public library. And I got the book, and I was like, interesting design outside, whatever, I'm gonna read it.
In the public library? What section were you in?
I was in the adult section.
Is there like an NSFW section?
No, it was not that. It was like a romance fiction.
Okay, if it was just a romance book, I can understand. But if it's like erotica,
No,
it
wasn't
should just
like,
not be out there.
like I was just because like the most of the story was just like them,
Mhm.
right? Like trying to get along, cause like, you know,
Right.
typical story. She gets kidnapped, and then he's like, "Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this piece of shit? I
Right.
don't want her," you know?
Right.
Like,
If you read Wattpad, you've read a million and different, scenarios of this.
yeah, like it's just like if you like romance, like or like
Yeah.
dark romance, this is a normal stereotype,
Right,
like
right.
the normal book. I was like, oh, this is a normal book.
Right.
I'll continue reading.
Right.
Have a little spice to it, you know.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting that spice though.
No, in a public library, I would be a little thrown off. I would.
I was like, this is going somewhere that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know,
Mhm.
like it was a shocker.
Did you check it out though?
I did not, because I read it completely in the library.
Oh my god! Oh my god! As you should. As you should, actually.
Hey, look. You cannot judge me. I read more worse books.
No.
For example,
Me too, honestly. Attack on Titan, please. Attack on Titan.
it's volume 1, 2, and 3.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. If someone's fucking with this, I will knock out. I feel like I can handle some shit because of Attack on Titan. Because, you know, so much blood,
Mm-hmm.
chewing. Especially because the manga's explicit.
Right. You look traumatized.
But it's alright. Get in. There you go. But yeah, it's for sure interesting.
Love that.
I honestly had a shock factor in the library. I was like,
No, very valid response. That's okay. It's okay, everything's fine. So I will get back to you whenever my section is ready. Not sure what I'm gonna do for it, but this was definitely a good pilot. The first one that we've done ever. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this was Who Gave Them a Mic?
oh yeah.
It was never meant to be. We were always parallel.